Let me tell you something most men will never understand. It's not your charm, it's not your looks, it's not even your money. What women truly respect is your distance. Not coldness, not cruelty, but emotional distance. The ability to stay calm when tested, the ability to stay centered when pulled, the ability to remain grounded when emotions rise. Most men crumble. They give everything away too quickly. They bleed attention. They over-explain. They overshare. And in that instant, respect is lost. But the man who remains composed, the man who stays measured, the man who doesn't drown in feelings, that is the man she admires. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you exactly why emotional distance is the foundation of respect, and why the men who master it never have to beg for loyalty. Lesson 1. Emotional distance is strength, not weakness. Society tells you to open up more, to be vulnerable, to express every emotion. And while honesty is valuable, excessive emotional expression is weakness. Because when you pour everything out, you hand her the keys to your stability. And no woman respects a man she can easily unbalance. Emotional distance is not hiding who you are. It's about control. It's about mastery. It's about standing tall in the storm and saying, I feel it, I acknowledge it, but it does not control me. A man who cannot control his emotions will always be controlled by them. And a man who is controlled by his emotions will always be controlled by others. Lesson 2. Women trust what they cannot shake. Here's the truth. Women don't consciously want to test you, but they will. Not because they're cruel, but because respect must be earned. So they push, they pull, they create chaos. Not to hurt you, but to see what you're made of. And when you remain distant, calm, measured, unshaken, she feels something rare. Trust. She trusts that you won't fall apart under pressure. She trusts that you won't collapse when life gets hard. She trusts that you are stable enough to carry the weight. And trust is the soil where respect grows. Lesson 3. Emotional distance protects your value. Attention is a currency. Emotion is a currency. Give too much too soon, and you cheapen its worth. Most men overinvest emotionally from the start. They flood her with attention. They give her validation before it's earned. They open their heart before she's proven her loyalty. And what happens? She stops valuing it. Because what comes too easily loses all weight. But the man who is emotionally distant, he is careful. He is selective. He knows his attention is rare. And that scarcity makes his presence priceless. Women respect men whose value must be earned, not men who throw it away freely. Lesson 4. Mission before emotion. A man's power lies in his mission, in his discipline, in his focus on something greater than himself. When a woman sees that your purpose outweighs your emotions, that your mission stands taller than your moods, she respects you, because it proves you are not a slave to feelings. You are not tossed around by every wave. You are the anchor. A man consumed by his mission has no time to drown in emotional chaos. And paradoxically, that is exactly why women admire him. Your mission is the mountain. Your emotions are the weather. The mountain does not bow to the storm. Lesson 5. Distance creates desire. This is what most men miss. Emotional distance doesn't push her away. It pulls her in. Because desire is born in space, in tension, in the unknown. When you hold back just enough, when you give her presence but not desperation, she leans in, she invests, she chases. Distance fuels desire, respect fuels desire, and desire fuels loyalty. But once you collapse, once you become overly available, overly emotional, overly attached, desire dies, respect fades. Keep your distance, not as a game, but as a way of life. Because a man who does not need her approval will always command her respect. Lesson 6. Self-respect comes first. Here's the ultimate truth. She cannot respect you if you don't respect yourself. And self-respect means discipline. It means boundaries. It means emotional control. Every time you break those boundaries for her, every time you sacrifice your standards to please her, every time you allow your emotions to override your principles, you show her that you do not respect yourself, and she mirrors that back to you. Emotional distance is self-respect in action. It says, my standards come first, my mission comes first, my peace comes first. And that is why she respects it. Because deep down, she doesn't want to lead you. She doesn't want to dominate you. She wants to feel safe under the leadership of a man who cannot be shaken. And that begins with self-respect. Lesson 7. The courage to remain unaffected. Most men are terrified of emotional distance. They think, if I don't react, she'll leave. If I don't show emotion, she'll think I don't care. But the opposite is true. When you remain calm, when you remain composed, when you remain steady in the face of storms, you prove your worth without saying a word. Because the man who cannot be controlled cannot be replaced. And that courage, the courage to remain unaffected, is the foundation of respect. Now listen, women don't respect men who give them everything. They don't respect men who drown in their feelings. They don't respect men who lose themselves for love. They respect the man who stands firm. They respect the man who remains composed. They respect the man who gives his emotions carefully, not recklessly. Emotional distance is not coldness. It is strength. It is self-respect. It is mastery. And it is the reason why women look up to certain men while they walk all over others. So the next time you feel the urge to over-explain, to overreact, to over-invest, pause, breathe, hold the line. Because respect is not earned through chasing. Respect is earned through stillness. And when you master that, you will never need to beg for respect again. Now, if this message hit you, drop a comment below. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it. And subscribe, because we are building a generation of men who cannot be shaken. Stand tall, stay distant, stay respected.